So, after Daredevil Born Again Season 2 has now wrapped, uh, we might consider this, potentially a little bit of an epilogue, shall we say, for, this whole run. Because, you know, this character kind of fits in with the Daredevil universe. He's been in a couple of episodes, and even in the second season in the Netflix era. And this is my clunky way of, trying to get through an intro. I'm trying as best I can. Because, oh man, did I have some fun with this. I'm Daniel Strung. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions. And this is my review of the Marvel special presentation, which is entitled The Punisher: One Last Kill. This is, of course, a continuation of Frank Castle's story ever since we last saw him in the post-credit scene for Daredevil Born Again Season 1, where he escaped the clutches of the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. We catch up with him at some point in the future, and the place, or I should say the neighborhood that he is living in, is very much run amok with gang war and all sorts of violence happening in the streets. And of course, Frank is still very much traumatized by not only what he encountered during his time in the service, but also because of the fact that his family was killed in front of him, in front of his very eyes. And of course, he has been, going through and knocking off everyone associated with that one by one. However, one of those families, the Nucci family, they decide that they want to get a lick back in on Frank. But what they fail to realize is that they are dealing with the Punisher. And he doesn't go down easily. So will Frank be able to muster up the courage for one last job? We'll have to wait and see. So when they announced that they were going to be doing a Frank Castle special presentation, I immediately got excited because Punisher is just like one of the coolest characters in the Marvel lexicon, in my opinion. Like him, and I would also say Ghost Rider as well, because they just seem to have a presence about them. Like whenever they walk into a room, you're like, okay, so this is getting serious and we should all be scared. Like those two characters to me just have that kind of feel towards them. And jonbernthal, what he has done with this character, dating back to the Netflix era days with, him appearing in the second season of Daredevil, having his own spin-off show, and then, of course, coming back for the Disney era shows, Daredevil Born Again Season 1, and now this. It's just been really, really cool to see. This was directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green, and it was also written by him and also jonbernthal as well. So I found that very, very intriguing that he also wrote this special presentation. Let's see here. Let us run through who else is in this cast. We have Chelsea Bree, Colton Hill, Tom Johnson, Dominic Mancino, Jason R. Moore, as well as a whole host of others. And, if I were to sum this up in just like a nice little bite-size little review, this is basically John Wick for the MCU. And, you might hear that and you're like, oh, God, I don't want to watch that. But trust me, you've seen the quality of the John Wick movies. They are all really good. So to have that kind of flavoring here in the MCU, where we rarely see, like, blood spill, and we see, like, people get hacked, stabbed, shot at, like, it's almost kind of like a breath of fresh air in a weird and sick, twisted way. But yeah, I had an absolute blast with this. Now, it's not just, Frank hacking and shooting his way through this neighborhood. There is actually, like, some character, growth with him in this special. He starts out kind of down in the dumps and, envisioning all of his dead soldiers and his dead family, and, just is at the end of his rope, essentially, looking to basically end it all. But I think the connection that he has with his family, and that, he wants to keep his the memory of his family going, while also in this also finding some people that he can view as surrogate family. I found that to be a really interesting arc for Frank to have in this special. So I want to give kudos to Ronaldo, Green, and Bernthal for coming up with that idea. The action in this is really, really good. Really, really well shot. Green does a really good job of what I'm going to call, like, medium takes. Like, they're not, when you hear the term, like, medium take, you think, oh, wouldn't that just be like a normal take? Well, in action, we have, like, the rapid cutting action where you just cut, and it's just like you don't know where you're at. And then you have what I call the Wick style of action, where you actually let the camera breathe and you follow a shot, so on and so forth. Here it's like a merger of the two. Like, we follow the action, but it also feels kind of quick cut, but you still don't lose track of, like, where Frank is, where other enemies are. So I thought they did a really good job of shooting this as a whole. And like I said, Frank does a lot of hacking and shooting and slashing in this, and man, is it visceral, and man, is there a lot of blood. That just made me smile. It made me smile. It just warmed my heart to see that, because, like I said, we don't hardly ever see that in the MCU, blood at this high of a level. So again, that just made me smile. So yeah, I don't want to delve too much into spoilers, because there is a certain cameo in this that I do want everyone to experience for themselves, because I was not expecting this cameo in this special at all. So I want to leave that as a little bit of a surprise for you. But overall, man, this special presentation was such a fun watch. Such a fun watch. The direction from Green was really good. The writing between Green and Bernthal was also really good. The action and the direction of said action was really, really good. Everyone's performances in the cast was really good as well. And the music as well. I didn't get a chance to talk about the music, but music was also done really, really well and really, really solidly. Mixing in like a score with also needle drops, like heavy needle drops. So I thought that was really cool to see. But yeah, definitely make some time to go and check this out because you will not be disappointed in the slightest if you do. But that is going to be pretty much it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there, and if you see a person like Frank walking in your general direction, that can mean one of two things. One, you need to get out of his way so that he can get to his intended target, or two, you just need to, say goodbye to everyone around you because you might be a dead man walking, essentially. So, I hope it's not the second one. If it's the first one, you need to get out of his way. That's all you need to do. It's just all you need to do. And I will catch you guys next time.